What's up, guys, and welcome back to Planet Coaster 2. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. I know now that almost half of you watch this exclusively on your TV, which is awesome, but it can be a little bit tricky to navigate over to the like button. So if you could, do me a solid, take a few extra seconds to locate that sucker and just beat the devil out of it for me. It really, really does help out. Anyways, in the previous episode, we built up some new shops out here around the pool, and I feel like we have a better plan for this pool area going forward. We'll hopefully be doing some pool-related stuff later on today, but since the previous episode, Frontier has given us another free update, and this time, I know there's some other stuff included in it, but the main thing is restaurants. They're back, baby. So what I want to do, and this morning I did already kind of mess around with it a little bit, but I needed somewhere where we could put more seating. Because just having 4 of these picnic tables up on the top here, that ain't gonna cut it. So all I've really done here is just extended that little deck, that little patio sitting area out and around the corner there. And then now all we have to do is pretty much the same thing to this other building. So we're gonna tackle that, but before we get too carried away, I wanna head over here and pause things real quick so we can sort of edit this building. So we're gonna delete that. Unfortunately, that's gonna make this guy not really have a station anymore, so I think we're probably just gonna fire him. I don't know who runs the restaurant, I guess. It could be vendors. We'll likely end up having to hire a new one of those. So let's edit this building. I just want to see sort of how the restaurant looks. Oh yeah, I forgot I had a brick search up there. Oh, and we need facilities. Here we go. So let's change our grid, make sure that that's not going to do super weird stuff on us. And we'll slide this sucker on up. Oh, it's got like a... Actually, that's a pretty nice little wood trim there. I don't know what else you would call that. And we've actually got it rotated the wrong way around. It needs to be like that, so the cash register is facing the customers. Okay, I'm digging it though. I'm digging it. I don't love how far inside of this back wall it is. I wonder if there's something that we could do to maybe fix that. You know what? We're gonna have to split it from the whole building, and then kind of just drag it out manually like that, not to be confused with manually. And you know what, I kind of like this, having it sort of overhang a little bit. I think that works. It is probably going to need some sort of a roof under there though, so let's go ahead and edit this, and we'll just sort of duplicate these under there. We'll see what we think about that. Oh, hang on. If we put walls on the left and the right side, then the light isn't going to line up anymore. So we'll change our grid size. We'll just put one light there in the middle. And then if we can get it selected, I was going to select just the middle board there and delete it, but it's not really working. Okay, I think I've got it. There it is. Okay, so we just need to delete that guy. Then let's grab this and the little trim up at the top, and we will just drag that in. Why does the grid, like, why does it say that it's using the 0.82 grid height, but it's actually not? And then why does it say that it's using the 6.5 foot grid size, but it's actually not? Right? You have to adjust them every single time. I love the free updates, Frontier. I do. But I need some fixes. Like that should just be a thing, right? If you're working in a building, you go into edit and this says this, but like, look at the grid. That's not the 6.5 foot. Okay, I'm rambling. Now, what do we think about this? I love how I'm asking as if you are able to answer in real time. I mean, feel free to leave a comment, of course, but I like that. I think that could work, and I like how it sort of gives the illusion that there's some overhang of the counter on the sides here. We already sort of have that on the front, which I do like. I think this is going to work out pretty well for us. Again, not really sure if it's going to be manned by a vendor or not. I'm assuming it will be. Oh, no tables connected. Okay, is there like a maximum amount of tables or something. We've also got dirty tables here. I wonder, are we not able to just... Oh, modern search term. Yeah, are we not able to just add the picnic benches that we already have? Oh, connect tables, not add. Yes, there it is. Okay, that's perfect. I know there are two new seating areas. There's like a proper booth seating, and then there's sort of these smaller chairs set around a circular table. But I think for right now, we'll just go with these 12. There is a maximum of 20, it looks like. There we go. So 12 over here. We'll have 12 more over on the opposite side, assuming we're going to put a restaurant over there as well. But let's check this out. Let's see what the restaurant can really do. Oh. Wait, we can just... I'm sorry, for real? We could just add different ingredients? That seems pretty crazy. This might be something that we're going to want to mess with on stream, maybe when we just have more time. It says changing or adding ingredients can make a menu item more appealing and increase guest satisfaction, but may also increase the shop's running costs and potentially cater to fewer guests' dietary restrictions. If you guys remember, at the beginning, we learned that, you know, certain guests have certain dietary restrictions. There's like food allergies and stuff even. So guest dietary satisfaction here says each ingredient can satisfy a guest to increase their happiness, but may put off guests with a relevant dietary restriction. So definitely, like I said, something we're probably going to want to check out just when we have more time to do so. But I do just want to click through the rest of this. Oh, we totally could have kept that vendor. Buddy, I am so sorry. We just canned you for absolutely no reason at all. Oh, and then we can change the color too. All right, black countertop. I'm into that. And then if we could make that wood color the same as everything else, I feel like that would be kind of good, no? So we're just going to copy this, confirm, head back to edit this building. The restaurant itself is now a separate building, right? Because we kind of had to split it from the rest of this thing, and it's going to be right up there. Whoops. Hit cancel on accident. There it is. All right. Now the wood color matches everything else. That looks fantastic. It's a little dark in there, even though we do have a light. So I'm not really sure. Maybe it'll look a little bit better at nighttime. I don't know. Okay, so if we open this up, it's gonna auto hire somebody new. This is Callum. Callum, welcome aboard. We're happy to have you and stuff and things or whatever. The restaurant, ladies and gents, is open. And it's losing money, but that's okay. It's only going to be losing money temporarily. As soon as people figure out that we have a proper restaurant, they are going to be all over that. But we do have to pause again. We have 2,500 bucks. Let me actually check our loans. Only 7,700 bucks remaining for our debt, that is. Revenue today, 192,000. Okay, once we get this debt paid off, I think we'll finally be in the clear. I don't think we're going to be struggling for that much longer, at least. So we're gonna keep this person. Actually, no, we're not. I'm so sorry to do that to you also, but if it like when we place the thing, it's closed, right? And then we have to open it, so it's gonna auto hire someone regardless. We might as well just play it safe. Back into facilities, we need another one of these, and we've got to change the grid again. I swear at some point I will stop mentioning it. It drives me nuts. So we're going to place that right yonder, facing the right direction this time. We're going to split it from the building, and then using our, whoops, advanced move here, we're just going to drag it out until it just barely clips through that back wall. And there we go. We've got another restaurant. Okay, we do still have to do the same thing that we did to the other one, though, with the whole ceiling and the archway and all that. So I'm going to tackle that real quick, and then we'll mess around with the restaurant a little bit more. All right, the deed is done. We are ready to start adding some tables. Right. Kind of forgot that we sort of still need to do this whole extension bit that we did to the other one. So we're gonna pause things again.
Later.
You know what? I was going about it all wrong. We need basically that entire section. So once again, we've got to readjust all this because it's doing weird stuff on us. I swear that's the last time I'm going to mention it. Okay, this looks more like it. So we're just going to leave this out here just so we can kind of mess around with it a little bit more and tweak it however we need to. So these back ones don't need to be there, I don't think. We just want the, what are those called? Beams. We just want the beams. That looks pretty solid. Okay, so now I think we're good to just kind of drag this on in. Why did it change the height again? It was fine. There it is. Okay. Now, with that done, we need both of these, and we need to delete that guy because he'll be covered up. Oh, and also we need to delete these and that too, because this will all be path on the top side. And now we'll grab these again. We're just gonna drag these two out. That way we can get them lined up, and then we can just kind of duplicate this. Hang on. I'm trying to talk. I really do try to do my best here of talking and doing things, but it's difficult. It's really difficult. You probably know. Have you ever tried to do something a bit tedious and also talk about what you're doing while you're doing it? It's not it's not easy is what I'm trying to say. There we go. Okay. That looks good. We do still need one more of these. Rotated around like so. And another. Yeah, because otherwise it'd be super noticeable. Oh, we need another one of these too. Grab those two. I guess I don't need to talk. Some of you have been telling me that I talk too much. Which is fine. Think what you want, I guess. I like it. I like a Picasso. Now then, let's back out of all of that. We need some path action here. And we're gonna wanna change that to, I think it was this one. Make sure our railing is the correct one though. And just like that, we've got another area. I don't remember that clipping through on the underside. Does it do that over here? Wait for it. Almost there. Any minute now. It does do that over here too. Okay, so that's probably fine. Why does this side look so much worse than the other? Why do we have so much of the path clipping through over there? This side is mint. That's bone straight. And then this side, I don't know what happened here. Oh, I wonder if the trash can threw the path off, maybe? I don't even know if that can really happen. Let me at least try to fix it before we continue on. So we're gonna steal our grid from here. And then we'll add that back. Okay, now it's just clipping through even further. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. It doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, but we need a new trash can though. Back on over to the new one. We're gonna delete all of these things except the whole building. Good lord. We're gonna delete all of these picnic tables. Seems weird to only have one poster railing back there, but we're gonna have to kind of work on that path here a little while later on anyways. So now that we have that, let's grab all 4 of these, umbrellas and all, and then all 4 of these. Again, umbrellas and all. And then we're just gonna duplicate these using the world axis. We're just gonna slide them on over. If we built the buildings right, it should just sort of line up and work. I'm kind of using this trash can here as my center point. Right about there. Looks pretty solid to me. Alrighty. And that is our seating complete, so let's click in on this building again. No power? Surely that's a mistake. I wonder if we really, like, finally... Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted connect tables. I wonder if we finally reach the limits of our power from our front, like, main entrance gates. You know what I'm saying? There we go. Okay, we've got all those selected. Confirmed. That is 12? 12 of them. Got them all. All right. Yeah, let's head over to the front here and we'll see what's going on. We need power cable. That's what we want. Oh. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I see what happened, but I don't really know why. Because I accidentally deleted this whole building and the distributors are part of the building. That makes sense. So we're gonna do this. Now we have power again. And we're gonna do this. So we haven't reached the maximum capacity for the main entrance gates yet. But I have a feeling it's probably coming. So now we can get this open. That's gonna hire a new vendor. Jacqueline, welcome aboard. We're happy to have you here. Still losing money immediately, but that's okay. It's just for now. It's just a for now thing. They're playing some absolute bangers today. All right, so next thing on the list of things to do, well, we're gonna have to fix this path because there's a random rail there now. But let's grab these that I made earlier this morning. Oh, that's one complete assembly? Okay, well, that's convenient. It's just gonna make it a lot easier on us to duplicate and slide on over. So we're gonna do this. And then we'll try to get it centered up on that changing room. That looks pretty good to me. But now we need this guy. Or actually, no, let's delete that one. We're gonna duplicate this one over. Again, just try to make sure it's as center as it can be. It's never gonna be perfect, right? And this guy just needs these deleted so people can kind of walk through there a little easier. Yeah, there we go. All right, perfect. So underneath here, obviously we have some covered lounge spots for just around the pool, very fitting. But then out here, I didn't want people to get absolutely blasted by the sun, so they have some additional umbrellas there. I think that looks really nice. Honestly, I feel like that looks really, really nice. I am gonna have to go through real quick and just kind of clean up some of the uglier bits around these two buildings, and then, ladies and gents, assuming we start to turn a profit here shortly, there it is. We're gonna start working on a lazy river. Hang on just a second. Check this out, dude. This is our first. Oh no, we've got a few guests. I was gonna say our first group of guests enjoying one of the new restaurants. But look at that, they get their food. Oh, and the food is specific, I would think. Dude bro here in the middle got a salad. I don't really know what those two dudes have. And then these three, I think that's supposed to be lasagna. Good old-fashioned lasag. I really like that though. That's super cool. So whatever they pick from the restaurant is obviously the tray that they're gonna have and bring back to the table. It's gonna be the same. Oh, and then this lady got the club sandwich. Was it a club sandwich? What did we have? Yeah, club sandwich, lasagna, salad. I always want to say lasagna. It's in my mind. Oh, and then the other thing is curry. Got you. It's just forever known to me as lasag, not lasagna. Anyways, the idea here, ladies and gents, for this lazy river is this, okay? I want to have a little archway here. You can see I've already kind of gone and done it, but it's going to go through here. Hopefully I can keep the camera steady as we make our way through these. So our first set of arches. And then we're going to go underneath I guess placing the pool would flatten this out too, but I'm gonna try to do it manually here, or manually, with our flatten to foundation tool. All the way under that main path, back out underneath here, and then it'll continue around. Smooth this all out. Change our camera mode too. It'll continue around and go under and on the back side of this. So back here, I don't know if it's gonna go straight or if we should kind of have it snake around, or maybe it could go underneath this footpath. I haven't gotten that far with it yet. This is the idea though. I just thought that it would be cool to make almost like a lazy river that kind of looks like a canal. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Oh, and I apparently forgot the last little rounded arch for this one, so let me do that real quick like. Snap that sucker down right yonder. And then underneath, I wanted to like give it more of a canal feel underneath by maybe getting rid of some of those, and then we could put some more of these arches up in here so that people queuing for the Ferris wheel could kind of peer under and be like, ooh, there's a lazy river down there. You know what I mean? That's my idea. Of course, let me know what you guys think of the idea down in the comments. We'll see if I'm able to execute on this thing. You know what? We're gonna have to flatten out a lot more of the terrain down here and then hide the generators and stuff. They were last inspected in February? We gotta get someone out here to take a look at those, dude. That's no bueno. Okay, I've been messing around with this for a little while now. I wasn't really sure if we needed to have lights down under here, but I think that it's gonna be a little too dark without them. It's not supposed to be a dark ride. It's not supposed to be scary. I just want like a cool canal-esque lazy river. I do really like how this turned out up here, though. Like I said, now that the guests in the queue up here, you know, waiting to get on the Ferris wheel, they'll have something to look at. They can see all the people going by down underneath in the lazy river. Oh yeah, if you saw this and you were like, Toogii, come on, brother, what's going on with that line clipping through the brick? It's the ceiling from in here. We can kind of move it in, you know, later once everything's a bit more squared away. But I had to see, you know, how it would look illuminated. And I like it. I think in here though needs those additional arches. So let me grab one of these guys real quick like. And we'll just sort of see. Let's make sure we adjust our grid height and our grid size every single time we do anything. Because why wouldn't we? I am so bitter about that. It's so annoying, dude. It really, really is. Okay, we're gonna have to add, wait. Why would we have to add that here, but not in here? Oh, there is a gap here also. Okay, so you know what? Maybe in that case, we're gonna have to bring the roof down just a smidge.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, to be honest, I don't really even remember what the last clip that I recorded was, so just imagine that there was some cool transition just now or something. But I think I'm finally done working down under here inside it looks more like a sewer than a canal, I'll be honest. Hopefully the guests won't complain about that whatsoever. But it's looking real good. I just love those arches, dude. What that does in there just gives it some more depth. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan. So hopefully adding the lazy river in there doesn't screw it all up. I'm gonna mess around with that a little bit and just see if there's like a fast way that we can do it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to place it one pool section at a time and then come back through later and add all the jets in manually. I mean, I know you guys are probably already screaming at your monitor or your TVs. Toogii, there's a thing for that. You can just do that right here with the lazy river thing. And yes, you can, but you can't do stamp builder with that. It has to be a line builder. And you guys know me, I have to have everything aligned perfectly. I would much rather use the stamp tool just to make sure that it's bang on. But I don't know that that's a thing, so we'll find out.
Moments later.
Yeah, so as expected, it's not going to be that easy. And I'm going to try my very best to explain why. So, starting off, pools only snap alongside paths. So if your path isn't aligned with your building, then this, for example, isn't going to line up. It looks like it might, right? It's really, really close, but the edge of the grid is on the edge, I guess, the crease of the two building pieces here. And then this one is actually over that crease. You can see the crease is right here, and it's on the right side of it. So it's a little too far to the right, and because of that, if we go back into pools, it's too close to the staircase, so it's not gonna let us go underneath of that. So I basically need to find a way to keep it all together, but also still have it fit underneath the steps. And then when you do that, the railing pops up. It was a really good idea. I just don't know if we're gonna be able to execute it. I'm gonna keep trying, obviously, but I'm gonna be here for a while.
More moments later.
Well, we've kind of done it, but I had to take a temporary break because we sort of ran out of money again. Surprise, surprise. $5,700 of debt remaining though. Any day now. Any day now. So, as you can probably tell, the pool is much more centered on the archway. It's still not perfect, but I think that's probably as close as it's going to get. So, all I had to do was basically stamp just this corner here. It was kind of difficult to, you know, bring that one down, find the corner, or find the center of this. And does this look the same as it did before? Because I had to rebuild the entire thing. I'm talking about this, like, bridge deal over the top. Wait a minute. They love it already. And we've got people down here on the other end in floaties, yo. This is good. This is really, really good. Are they, like, coming into contact with the brick on the side? Not really. And it seems like now that they're outside of the canal thing, it seems like they were, like, putting away... Yeah, like this guy. They're putting away their floaty, and then they get back on it. I'm assuming that's because I just don't have enough jet pieces round the corner here. So we'll add those. We will add them, for sure. Got some people floating down, though. I mean, it's looking really good. It really is looking pretty dang good. I just thought it would be such a cool idea to have a lazy river basically going underneath of all of our structures here. And so far, I mean, it's not disappointing, but it is much, much, much more difficult than I thought it would be. We're probably going to want to get rid of that trash can, too. Looks like that's taking up some valuable real estate there. 1,600 bucks in the back pocket, though. We are LIVIN, ladies and gents. Okay, so I'm gonna let a little bit of time pass. Wait until we have $3,000, maybe $4,000 chilling in the back pocket. Why does this look like it's getting dirtier? Is it 0% per hour? Right, because earlier we deleted the whole building, and so the filters haven't been... Whoops, that's not... The filters haven't been going. So we're going to do that again, and this. And also, we have filter coverage for the lazy river as well. So that's nice. Yeah, people just stopped getting in the pool because they're like, it's dirty. It looks gross. Filtration is back in action, though, ladies and gents. Almost 69. There it is. Nice percent filtered. Another thing that's new is we can change the color of the water, which I guess is cool if you want a specific vibe or something like that. I don't really have a particular vibe for the pools. I just want them to look and act like pools. Oh, that's nice. You guys know you could, like, get out if you wanted to. Okay, well, stay put then. We're gonna do a little fast forwarding in the meantime. I'll tell you what, if we get to the end of this loop and it doesn't line up perfectly, I'm gonna freak out. Okay, we need just a little bit more money. Just a teeny tiny bit. Let's do a little fast forwarding here. There we go. Okay, we should be able to finish it out. And it looks like it lines up pretty dang well. It gets a little screwy right around this point, but I feel like that's not that noticeable, right? We've still got a lot to do, but that, ladies and gents, is one completed loop for our lazy river, and I couldn't be happier. It looks so good, and I do like how we rounded the corners there. I think that looks really nice. Couldn't really do it back in here since, you know, it kind of needs to be square. But we've got to get back to our brick over here. We have much left to do. So I'm gonna start with that. I don't remember what the height was on the other one, so it's kind of throwing me off over here. Should be right around there, actually. No, that looks... Why does that look so much taller? It is. It is way taller. Oh, I was here. I was using the wrong one, actually. So back into scenery, we need this guy. And we're gonna put that right there. There we go. See, now we're talking, and then we can get that lower down. Beautiful. So, the arches, I don't think, let me change our camera view here. I don't think, yeah, they don't go all the way down to the ground. So what I want to do for all of those is grab these extension pieces and basically place them underneath each arch, if it'll let me do it. There we go. That way, you know, it looks complete. Brother, you are swimming against the current and you kind of look like you're struggling. Can I help you? No? Is it just because I'm editing the building? No, sorry, bud. You're on your own. Maybe we do need another, like, entrance exit spot on this long back straight here. I was thinking this, though. Imagine we just didn't have this back wall. And we could have that continue straight on. We'll probably need something up along the top just so it, you know, it doesn't look bad with the path being there. But then we could get rid of these and have this whole thing be open. And then we'll still be able to utilize this grassy area here for our tower for our future slides. I did want to do that today. I don't know that we're going to have enough time for sure. One thing at a time, right? I got to stop jumping from one project to the next. So we'll try to dial in this lazy river before we call it a day here. I do like this, though. I feel like maybe that could work. I don't know if it should be this open. Maybe we need to kind of close it off a little bit. It does look kind of strange. I'm going to change up this one, too.
1 hour later.
We are almost done with this lazy river. It is taking longer than I expected, but our almost end result that you see here looks pretty dang good. There are still some spots like this that we'll have to come through and, you know, split from the building, fine-tune them a little bit, and then on every corner, I have to go back through and make sure that we have plenty of those lazy river jets. There's another one of those ceiling pieces that we'll have to move later. But the lights are in. All these arches, too, on the opposite side are in. We've got a roof, sort of just an overhang bit down here. I could probably move those arches forward. Like have them flush with the tiny little wall up at the top there. I don't know. We'll leave it for right now, I guess. I think it looks pretty good still. I could test it. We do have $600. Let's edit this and just bring this out so we could see how that might make it look. From the inside, I mean, it doesn't really look much different, but from the outside, I could see that just looking better overall. So you know what? I think we're going to move these other two, or these other three. Suddenly, I can't count either, dude. There we go. Yeah, that's more like it. I think that works well. And then we'll have to do the same thing over here. But is it not giving, like, New York City sewer or canal, I guess? Hopefully it's giving more canal and not New York City sewer system, right? No, don't tell me I made the roof too tall. That is a bummer and a half. Dude, now I'm gonna have to go through, and also these are different heights. Probably has something to do with that whole grid thing that I'm always complaining about. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to delete all of this then and bring it all down just slightly. We're negative $70. Any minute now. I need 18 bucks. I need $18 just to finish this. I have 2 more of these that I need to place. There it is. Okay. I think that is that. And I still haven't even gone around and added the additional jets inside the lazy river, but there we go. All the arches are now done. The lighting, the roof has been fixed. This little area, I don't know what you would, entrance exit area is looking better. I like all those arches there. I had to do something weird with these ones because I didn't want random pillars sticking up over on the other side, so I had to place them and split them from the building and just eyeballed them, lined them up to the best of my abilities. Dude, this idea, right? This idea came to me this morning, and I was like, could work, but I didn't think it would work this well. We have certainly ran into a lot of issues just trying to get it to work correctly, but it's all been worth it. Oh, this guy should not be there. So, I've still got just a little bit of buttoning up to do. I'm gonna have to wait again until we have some money to work with. But after I do my final little buttoning up, I think we need to just take a nice float around the entire lazy river and just sort of see what we think about it. And you know what? I don't even know that we can float in first person. I mean, I know we can get in the water, but it's not gonna push us around anywhere. So I guess we could walk it. Just pretend, right? Just use your imagination that we're on the sickest floaty that the Splash Emporium sells. I can't get around this corner. Okay, well, if I can't, then our guests definitely can't. I wonder why that's happening. It's fine. It's fine. Let's keep continuing on. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need... Oh, I've gotta help this poor little girl. We're gonna need some lifeguards. I can't help you. Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pause just so, you know, she doesn't die on our watch and stuff and things or whatever. That'd be bad for business. We're gonna have to add some lifeguards every so often. I just don't really know where I want to put them yet. Also, are we using high chairs or the low chairs? I think those are in here. Yeah, we've got the short one or the tall one. Let's try the short one. And that's gonna go right about there. Should be more than enough. Honestly, a bit overkill for a lazy river, really, but we gotta do what we gotta do. You know, gotta make sure that all these guests are safe and whatnot. And then over here, we might be able to put one more. I just don't really know what the, like, where the best spot to put these lifeguards really is. I mean, the most obvious location to me is around the point of entry or exit. So that's all that we're gonna do here. We'll add another one there. And then what's our lifeguard coverage looking like for this whole lazy river? Do we have like a, yeah, here we go, a heat map of that? Yikes. Big yikes. Okay, it's getting better though, now that we've added some additional lifeguard chairs, stations. We have 4 on the lazy river now and just 2 on the main pool. but still 45% overall pool safety. That's not great, especially for a lazy river. So maybe... Oh, there's a random lifeguard too. What the heck? Oh, you know what? He's probably one of the main pools. Yeah, because this actually kind of overlooks a small portion of that lazy river, so we can probably just keep that. What about this guy? Oh, he also covers a small portion of that. Maybe it's gonna be fine. Maybe everything is gonna be a-okay. Let's switch back to our first-person camera. Seems a bit crowded over here, so we're gonna go a little bit further down this way and jump back in before that crowd comes around the corner. Okay, it's good to see that the guests aren't leaving their floaties just to place them back down again around the corners anymore. I think just because we didn't have any jets, I think that was the issue there. Ooh, and then this looks really nice too. I don't see any guests queuing up for the Ferris wheel. Maybe it's down for the count right now. I don't know. Let's keep making our way down though. It just looks so good. And then we've got a lady hung up on the chairs. That sucks for you. I would help you, but I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. So we've got more of those jets. You can't even really see them. Going along the bottom here. I'm stuck again. What the heck? Yeah, gotta do some weird things to get around some of those corners. I wonder if the squared off corners are gonna be better. Look at this dude. He is Livin. Living like Larry over here. We love to see it. It is maybe a little bit boring, or it might seem a little bit boring because it is mostly straight, right? It goes straight over there and then turns and then straight and then turns and then straight. It's a big rectangle, and I know some of you are probably going to say that it's not wide enough for a lazy river. Hear me out. Hear me out. Is that Steve Harvey? Did we get Steve Harvey as a lifeguard? Yo, this is crazy. Hopefully we're not paying him extra. I mean, he could be doing anything else, but he's chose to be a lifeguard here at Toogii World. What was I saying? Oh, right. So hear me out. If we made it any wider, these arches simply would not work for this setup, right? The building pieces like that can't be scaled. We can't just make it twice as big and still use it. We could have done like 2 arches, I guess, like this, but then we would have had a column like straight through the center of the lazy river, and it would have looked really, really bad. So I think honestly this is the best play. Still don't love that. Oh, and it's like, this is gonna sound weird, it's like sucking me in. Interesting. I'm not doing anything. It just... Okay. Well, as long as it doesn't screw with our guests, I guess that's fine. There's our other new lifeguard. And then around the corner here, it's gonna take us right back to the beginning. I think that turned out really, really nice, honestly. And there are probably other areas that we could maybe hide some lifeguards, but... Oh. Okay, just fell into the deep end of the pool. That's my bad. I don't usually walk around like this in first person like this, so not super comfortable with it. I really love how this came together though. That's not clipping through the top, right? It better not be. I'm gonna have to redo that whole thing. Okay, no, we're fine. All's well up here. And then I decided to raise the terrain back up around the back side of this, because I didn't really think that we wanted it to go down again, like have another staircase going down over this direction. We'll figure that out all in due time, like I keep saying. But I'm really happy with the way that Toogii World is coming together for us thus far. Oh, dude, we need to check in with our restaurants, huh? We kind of haven't done that since we opened them. Are we at least making money? No. No, we're losing a considerable amount of money. Lifetime income negative $1,700. What about this one? Maybe it's a little bit better. Lifetime income negative $2,000. it's bringing in money, but it's just not, it's not bringing in enough money, probably. We'll let things play out, you know? Maybe we don't have... I mean, I haven't seen all 12 tables filled ever, or full ever. So until then, I think we'll be okay. The very last thing that I want to take a look at today is our loans. Debt remaining, $2,700. Revenue today, $273,000. Look at all the money that we're maybe missing out on. Well, they're only taking a $33,000 sales cut, I guess. Could we pay that off? We could pay off a good chunk of it right here, right meow. We could pay off $2,000 of it. Leaves us with only $741. If we just let a little bit of time pass here, maybe do just some slight fast forwarding. There it is, $1,000. We can officially pay off the last of our debt, ladies and gents. We are officially debt-free. Dude, that's a good feeling. That is a very, very good feeling. I hope that I can feel this IRL someday, being debt-free. Wouldn't that just be fantastic? I'm sure we all probably feel that way. Okay, revenue's, you know, starting to trickle in little by little. I was expecting it just skyrocket as soon as we paid off the last of our debt there, but that doesn't seem to be the case whatsoever. I guess we're not fast forwarding anymore. $600, 700, 1,000. Okay, it's coming up. It is coming up, ladies and gents. Let's take a look at our park profit as well. Costs 34,000, income 42. That's pretty good. That is really pretty good. Got a bunch of stuff going down. Oh, that's costs, duh, not income. All right, well, cool. On that note, ladies and gents, I do think that's probably where we're gonna have to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.